I guess that everything must go. Man, I can't believe we're selling, man. I ain't gonna miss this house, man. I'm sure it's so many in the air if you miss somewhere. Kinda felt like I became myself in this house. I had my secret, you know, I threw out my medicine containers. Feels like the season to heal right now. It's time to move on. I found myself in this house. Now that we're moving out, I find myself lost here. Cause we made a mess under these basement steps. I can't regain what's left of my lost years. That we disappeared here forever, like ghosts in an attic, with all the emotions you can hold in an address. One too many times I let go of my attachments. I'm still working on exposing the role of my emotional baggage. Flashback to the days when we fought wars. My grandma says that there are saints in our floorboards. My whole life I always thought that she was joking, but there were years where there was something watching over us. So maybe she's right, it was hidden in the mold and dust. Cause every time that I think about it, it chokes me up. Or maybe it was just the time that we shared, the size of our fears at the height of our stairs. There's a time to move on, a time to leave, a time to grow up, a time to grieve. It's time to move on, it's time to move on. So pick up your weary feet, it's time that we move on.
Take yourself, take your things, built it all on memories. Don't forget them when it's time to leave. Take yourself, take your things. Yeah, the picture's bittersweet, but don't forget it when it's time to leave.
I find myself lost here and withdrawn here. The last night we had the house, we sat down and held hands on the living room floor here. Talked about the winters, the window whistle in the windows and the walls. We learned to weather out a storm here, and everything we lived through we suddenly miss. I hope the next family loves it just as much as we did. I hope they paint the hallway a brighter shade of sky blue, and their middle child finds true love in my room. Yeah, cause all the dead memories we're going through could build a cemetery with all that we hold on to. Down in this basement our emotions would grow up huge. I learned to say the word cigarette here, and how to smoke one too, on those nights in the woods below the mountains. Now they fill that whole hillside with houses. Or maybe it was just the burdens we bear, the curtains we close. We might have heard in our prayers that there's a time to move on, a time to leave, a time to grow up, a time to grieve. It's time to move on, it's time to move on. So pick up your weary feet, it's time that we move on.
Take yourself, take your things, built it all on memories. Don't forget them when it's time to leave. Take yourself, take your things. Yeah, the picture's bittersweet, but don't forget it when it's time to leave.
There's a time to move on, there's a time to leave. There's a time to follow, there's a time to lead. There's a time to wallow, there's a time to weep. And there's a time to move on. There's a time for karma, there's a time for keeps. There's a time to stay young, there's a time to sleep. There's a time for progress, and there's a time for peace. And there's a time to move on, to sell your house and move on. Everything must go, everything must go. I found myself in this house. Yeah, everything must go, everything must go. I found myself in this house. Everything must go, everything must go. I found myself in this house. Yeah, everything must go, everything must go. I found myself in this house. Now that we're moving out, it's time to leave. Rest in peace. Time to move on, man. Can't be sitting in the same place for like half your life and then be worried and feel like you're regretting things when you barely even done anything with yourself. Get out there and live a little bit, man. Move on, let shit go. Pack your old house up in boxes and leave it down in the basement where it belongs. Yo, I hope the next family loves it just as much as we did. I hope they jog their memories enough to run and see this. The front porch flag waving goodbye, hung up a bit, reminds me of the times as kids we had to suddenly split. When life gets heavy, you might have to lift those limbs. We're still family, no matter what our zip code is. So our feelings might change, but these places remain. I will always know where home is. 385, Maine. We had many good times in this house. I love living here. I know Joe did too. This was kind of the coming of age house for me. I think for Joey as well. And it was great. I mean, look at it. It's a marvelous place. I think it's the right time for us to move out now. And now we've got it all preserved on memory, on camera.